Let me ask you something. What did love look like in your house growing up? Was it hugs? Was it laughter? Was it even two people that even liked each other? Was it silence? Was it tension? Was they staying together but not really staying together? So tonight, we asking the tough question. Did your childhood show you what love is or what you had to survive, man?
Land your plane, land your plane, land your plane, land your plane.
Welcome. Thank you for boarding with Land Your Plane podcast. I am your pilot instructor, Delanucci, alongside with my co-pilot.
Hey man, it's your boy Money Bags Extraordinaire. I put the money in the bag so extraordinary. AKA, happy to be here, happy to be on this flight, and let's take flight. AKA Gemini.
Yes, sir. Glad to have you, man. How you doing? How you feeling?
Man, I woke up today, man. You already know how you.
I'm good, man. Highly favored, always honored, man. You know that. Good day, great day. Put that AC in the window, you know that. It's getting hot out here.
Yeah, I had to follow suit. I did have to follow suit. I'm like, nigga, he put his shit in the window. I'll put my shit. Nah, I took my shit though. No bugs getting in my shit, cuz.
Respectfully.
No bugs getting in my shit. No spiders. Nothing.
Let's get to it, man. Fundamental blueprint or internal logic of connection that is formed long before we have the language to define it. In childhood, love is not a choice, but an environment. It establishes the natural state of being loved, regardless of reciprocation. If childhood love was consistent, then reality of love is safety. If it was marked by yelling or neglect, then you may normalize chaos, making dysfunction feel like the only real version of love. For those with broken childhood blueprints, love is a force that heals old wounds by providing safety rather than familiarity. Mature love is two people transforming you and I into us. What's your thoughts on what I just read, my guy?
Say, man. That's two different things, man.
Explain why.
Because one you're getting taught, and everybody's childhood is fucking different. Cause you may be close cousins, but inside that motherfucking, I'm sorry, inside different households, cousins and brothers. Well, not too much. I'm sorry, he's fucking me up. But inside that home, it's different. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Conga just fucked me up, man. He really did. So, what was that like the last part? I got most of it.
I'll read it again. Dirt just hopped up in the building.
My bad for being late.
What's
My
good?
apologies.
What's good, brother? What's good, brother?
Like it's my bad for being late.
Blessings,
You
bro.
ain't late. You here, my nigga. You feel me?
Nah, I
And it's
apologize,
okay,
bro. Conga just fucked me up.
You good, respectful. I'm gonna read it again. Fundamental blueprint or internal logic of a connection that is formed long before we have the language to define it. In childhood, love is not a choice, but an environment. It establishes the natural state of being loved, regardless of reciprocation. If childhood love was consistent, then reality of love is safety. If it was marked by yelling or neglect, then you may normalize chaos, making dysfunction feel like the only real version of love. For those with a broken childhood blueprints, love is a force that heals old wounds by providing safety rather than familiarity.
Got it.
Mature love is two people transforming you and I into us.
Got it.
End quote.
Okay, got it. Like I said, you know, different structures. So how, like I got taught love is earned. You know, a lot of people around is fighting for the number one spot type shit. So if you above it or right there with the shit, then you know it'll be that. Now, grown up, I think you already know. You're grown. Take what you got taught, turn it into something beautiful. But I mean, like, it's different households, man. Different households.
Respectfully.
And y'all land with that, though.
Sure. What's your thoughts on what I just read from the quote?
I hate to be this guy. Could you read it again?
All right, cool. You hear me? Loud and
Yeah.
clear. Fundamental blueprint or internal logic of connection that is formed long before we have the language to define it. In childhood, love is not a choice but an environment. It establishes the natural state of being loved regardless of reciprocation. If childhood love was consistent, then reality of love is safety. If it was marked by yelling or neglect, then you normalize chaos, making dysfunction feel like the only real version of love. For those with broken childhood blueprints, love is a force that heals old wounds by providing safety rather than familiarity. Mature love is two people transforming you and I into the us. End quote.
Yeah, I love that. That's just a whole different.
All right, so let me say this. I can only talk for me personally. So, and this is something I learned through my recovery process. My mother, right? My mother didn't have a mother. So she didn't know how to be a mother when she had me. She had an idea, but she didn't have I would say in certain ways she was a better mother to my little brother than she was to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't know her reasoning behind it, but I just know that's a reality that she probably even would, agree with. And I love her. I know she did the best she could do based on the things that she had going on. So even then, I don't feel like I was loved based on my love as a child from my mother was conditional. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as I was behaving, then I would get the love. And I have a problem. That's why I have such a severity about conditional love in my adulthood, because I hate that feeling of I only love you when you're behaving. I don't like it, and I don't want to be involved in that. I don't want to be, you know what I mean? So it's like, for me personally, I do think that adult love is something that you learn through your loves. If you didn't learn as a child, I think through your loves and the mistakes and things you go through, you'll learn that this is what I want and this is what I don't want. You know what I mean? I do think it's about it. Obviously when you get married, that's two people becoming one or whatever, and that's a higher level or whatever. So I do agree to that. And I'll land with that.
I agree what both of you brothers said. However, love from what you from I gather from what y'all said, I would say love is in childhood you don't know how to give it, so you receive it. And like you said, when you grow up, that's how you received it is how you give it out, how you dish it out, low key. So whether it's problematic or it's healthy, this is what was what you received. Your version, you feel me,
Yeah.
of love. It's not that it's wrong or right. However, does it can you and your partner work through it? Can y'all partner up and do that form of the love that was received or create a new type of love? You feel me? Type shit.
Yeah.
The Noir. We're going.
Greetings. Good evening, gentlemen. I've been listening in.
Okay, so you heard the intro then. Or you need me to read it again?
You can read it again because I was definitely moving around a little bit.
No
What we
problem.
doing, love? How you feeling? How was your day?
Greetings. It was pretty good. Thank you, brother. How was yours?
I woke up always great.
Fundamental blueprint or internal logic of a connection that is formed long before we have the language to define it. In childhood, love is not a choice but an environment. It establishes the natural state of being loved regardless of reciprocation. If childhood love was consistent, then the reality of love is safety. If it was marked by yelling or neglect, then you may normalize chaos, making dysfunction feel like the only real version of love. For those with a broken childhood blueprints, oh, she hopped up. Yeah, Jem, I don't know what that is in your background. It could be a fan or something, but whenever you're not talking, just mute up because I hear that noise.
Is it me?
No, it's
I'm
Jem.
muted. I'm muted. I'm muted.
I muted you. I know. I'm just saying whenever you did.
My fault. My fault. All right.
What part did you hear and what part you didn't? Or just start from the beginning?
I
V.
know that it was about love growing up. I heard that part.
Hold on, because we got one more co-pilot, so I'm gonna just read it for both of y'all. CEO, what's good? What's hoodie hood? You're moving and grooving.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna read it for both of y'all. Fundamental blueprint or internal logic of a connection that is formed long before we have the language to define it. In childhood, love is not a choice, but an environment. It establishes the natural state of being loved regardless of reciprocation. If childhood love was consistent, then the reality of love is safety. If it was marked by yelling or neglect, then you may normalize chaos, making dysfunction feel like the only real version of love. For those with broken childhood blueprints, love is a force that heals old wounds by providing safety rather than familiarity. Mature love is two people transforming you and I into us. End quote.
Wow. I think when a child, I think we touched on this a little bit too in the topic we had the other day, but I think when a child is about 2 years old, 3 years old, I think a child is the presence of love itself, just in its innocence and its purity. And and that's what I was saying in my life experience. It gets interrupted if chaos starts to, because when a child is born, sometimes that chaos can even start in the womb, but that's a different topic. But when you're a baby, you're innocent, and so you exude the presence of love in that innocence and that naivete, and not even knowing or having a language about anything else, and then I think it does get interrupted. I think in some of even the so-called best of households per se, if you can say that, um, that dynamic, your bubble gets burst a little bit, a little bit, and a little bit, and sometimes it just gets burst completely wide open, and then you discover you're in a chaotic environment. But up to a certain point, you don't even know. And then I think yes, psychologically, you can normalize that. And I know even from my studies, the ages between 0 and 7 are critical because those are the programming years. A child's, all of us, our developmental years, the most important years are between 0 and 7. And that's why kids ask a lot of questions, because they're being programmed, for the rest of their lives. And if they do get introduced to chaotic environments, I would think by the time you get into adulthood, you're going to have to prayerfully, you'll do some self development work or therapy or something to undo that. If it did too much damage, hopefully you can navigate, out of that and really understand what love really is. And I land my plane on that.
Kick me out. I'm trying to get some other people in the room. Um, V and Sig, y'all answer. Your thoughts?
What's that?
V just answered. I didn't just as of yet.
Yeah, jump up.
I feel like repeat the question for me again. I just want to make sure I understood it correctly.
All right. Fundamental blueprint or internal logic? Oh, no, it's just the opening statement. You heard opening quote. Fundamental blueprint or internal logic of connection that is formed long before we have the language to define it. In childhood, love is not a choice but an environment. It establishes the natural state of being loved regardless of reciprocation. If childhood love was consistent, then reality of love is safety. If it was marked by yelling or neglect, then you may normalize chaos, making dysfunction feel like the only real version of love. For those with broken childhood blueprints, love is a force that heals old wounds by providing safety rather than familiarity. Matured love is two people transforming you and I into the us. End quote.
So what you're basically having is the conversation of um, what I want to say, nurture and nature. When a child is born, a child has a clean palate. When a child is born, he has a clean palate, and it's pretty. I agree with what V said as far as there's a lot of things that create barriers for protection because the natural order of a child is to protect, to seek protection. That's the natural order. Strangers, that's why babies don't often go to strangers. Or when something hurts them, the first thing they do is run to a parent because that is their protector. So as life goes on, they put up these force fields and these barriers to protect themselves, whether it be from hurt, whether it be from danger, whatever the case may be. And that's what they do. And as a baby, the automatic force field that they use is the parent. You feel me? And that's a lot of times, yes, it is within the household, but also some of the time it comes from life experiences. Um, that's where the innocent mostly come from. You could have a perfect household and they go to school in a rough area, a chaotic area, and then they will start to use these new defense mechanisms that they learned just going to school. In the first place they practice it at is in the home, because that's what they know. And
Respectfully.
I land with that.
Respectfully.
Surface home.
Yeah, I seen it.
I
He
just
in the
wanted to
he
say
in the
that.
halfway.
Nah, he on the streets.
Oh, he home. Man, Fafa better look out.
Everybody backpedaling, but that's a different story for a different day.
Love meant loyalty no matter what. Question is loyalty more important than happiness? It's on the floor.
As loyal as where's loyalty?
Loyalty.
For all the audience, loyalty is a little dog. The cutest dog. Is loyalty more important than happiness? Wow, what a question. You have to
You want to
choose.
circle?
You can't have
You want
both.
to sit? You breaking up? You breaking up? You want to sit? Circle on it.
I'm breaking up.
You
Yes,
clear right
ma'am.
now, but it goes in and out.
Oh wow. Okay, hold on one second.
You. Oh yeah, I'm about to
I'm
break up.
It
going with
might be
loyalty, man.
going.
I'm going with straight loyalty, cuz.
That's one for loyalty.
Is I don't think it's a either or type of situation. Damn, a Cessna crashed. A Cessna crashed in the grass over here, right by my house. God damn. But
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't me.
Nah, so I'll make sure they're all right. Make sure
Well,
they're
that's
all
what
right.
happened when you jump into a plane when you get your joint on the internet, AI. But yeah, like I don't think it's an either or type of question. I'm you saying loyalty over happiness or happiness over loyalty?
Yeah, which one is more important? Is loyalty more important than happiness, or happiness more important than loyalty?
Determination over trust, nigga. What's that? That nah, it's always gonna. If you would have asked me that 10 years ago, I probably would have said loyalty over happiness. But now in the age that I am now, my 40-year-old age, my happiness is always going to be what because happiness to me is peace. When I'm at peace, I'm happy. If being loyal to a fault disrupt my peace, then it disrupts my happiness. Therefore, it disrupts my life. Therefore, I cannot deal with it. You understand what I'm saying? At the
Yeah.
end of the day,
Okay, we got one for happiness, one for loyalty.
yeah.
Go ahead, jump. I'll finish. You landed, or you still going?
No, I'm just saying, like, overall, that's just how I feel about it. I'm 40 years old. You understand what I'm saying? And loyalty, and I will also say it depends on who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's some people that I'll turn this shit into Afghanistan, nigga, and burn the whole motherfucker down. You feel me? Like I'll go to prison behind one of my kids, my family members, something like that. But if we talking about just, friendships or something like that, nigga, nah. That's his dope. Real rap, nigga. Nah, that's his dope right there. Fuck that loyalty shit when it come down to shit like that, nigga.
Respectfully.
Yeah. But if I'm with my homie and the police is goddamn whooping on him or something like that, nigga, I'm in the mix. Nigga, we riding together. So I don't think it's really as open and shut as that. Now when you talking about within a relationship, yeah, nigga. If I love this person, yeah, I will put my loyalty over my happiness for that brief moment that it takes for that person to shine or get whatever they got to get off type shit. Because I know that it's temporary. But anything that can affect my peace and affect my lifestyle to that extent,
Mm-hmm.
nigga, get the fuck out of here. Suck my dick neighborhood, nigga. Word up.
You should search it already. Dirt is
Clutch the
loyalty.
pearls.
Is loyalty more important than happiness?
I'm sorry, B. I ain't mean to get like that.
You're just getting
I'm gonna
yourself, brother.
say that's it, right? I don't know if y'all can hear the baby or not, but hopefully not. But the
We can
thing
hear
is,
all of that.
you hear everything.
What we
Yes, we
hear is the
can.
baby.
We can hear it all.
Oh, hold on.
Jem, did you answer is loyal? Oh, you chose loyalty. I'll go before you go, Dirt. I would say happiness is a mental state. It fluctuates like the weather. Loyalty is based on your relationships and your promises. So you're only loyal to the things that bring you happy and joy anyway. You feel me? So like you said, it was not as cut and dry, but it low key is. It really is because the only things that bring you happiness, those are the things that, as we age and get wiser, those are the things that our loyalty is to. Like you're saying, we not out for the bullshit no more. So there's more distractions, less things that have our attention. The only thing that can have our attention stuff is the valuable stuff, family, relationships, work. You feel me? Stuff like that. So I would say they one and the same, but however, one doesn't go without the other because a person who's loyal to nothing has nothing to value. You feel me? Dirt, if we could hear you now,
I think I should be a better now, greater. Thank you, blessings.
you good.
I would say love and loyalty to me are very close and similar because to
Hold
me the people that you love are the ones you will
hold
be
on.
loyal
Question
to.
was, hold on, my bad. Question was loyalty. Is loyalty more important than happiness?
I would say
You could finish. You could finish, but you just mentioned love, so I'll make
my
sure you.
bad. My bad. You're right. Happiness. I would say loyalty and happiness have a similarity too.
Respectfully.
That it makes me happy to be loyal or be able to be loyal to the people I can demonstrate that loyalness to. So I feel like the people I'm loyal to are the people I love. And they might I think that part of loving somebody or being loyal to somebody is realizing that they're not perfect. And I remember asking a person this. I remember asking my partner this. I said, "Do you think I'm loyal? Do you think I'm no? Oh, you need juice? All right." I said, "Do you think I'm perfect?" And she said, "No." I said, "And you love me even though you know I'm not perfect?" She said, "Yes." So I said, "If I'm not perfect, what mistakes can I make?" And I think that's what I think a reality of love is, the idea that I love a person who I know is imperfect. So that there's going to be a chance that they could make a mistake. That's just the reality. And I'm not, and the mistake they make, hopefully I kind of already have an idea of it. And it's going to be one that I can be loyal through. It's not going to be one that's going to make me want to retract my loyalty to them. I might not want to ride in a car with you because of the mistake you're making, but that don't mean that whenever the end of that result is, that I might not be there for you then, because I'm loyal to you.
Hmm. Good,
So
good.
I think that's what I would, and that loyalty then would make me happy. You know what I mean? Because I was able to maybe, and that's another thing too. Is my loyalty to you what your loyalty to what you think my loyalty to you should be, or is it just the reality of me being loyal? Because that means that your loyalty, maybe you'll say to me, if I call you and I want to go fight this dude and I want to go kill this dude, and you tell me, nah, you don't want to risk losing your family over that, you're not loyalty to me. You're not loyal to me. But if I don't go with you to go kill dude and you go do that and you catch a case and now you locked up and I'm the one that's putting money on your books and I'm the one that's visiting you, was I not loyal to you?
So wonder if niggas got you locked up in the studio. They take your ring, make you sign a contract, and your girl don't want you to snitch. What you gonna do? You gonna be loyal to your girl, loyal to your family,
To
or loyal to
me,
the state?
I I know that if I had a person in the contract, they wouldn't have to approach me like that because I would let them out the contract.
We saying that it happened. It's happening. Ain't no none of that. Try to get wiggle your way out of this.
I'm not trying to wiggle my way out of it. I'm saying that our actions create reactions. Now, the reaction is the most valuable part of any situation because I do believe that life is 1% what happens, or 10% what happens, or no, 1% what happens, and 99% how you react to it. So the reality of life is that's the most important thing. If a person reacts the wrong way, yes, they are wrong for that, but also what happened to them in the first place. When somebody's putting a contract where you're saying to them, I'm going to control your music in a situation, and then also, why do they want to get away from me? Those are all things. They just want to get away just to go make money, or do they feel like I disrespected their dead family member? That's one thing people are not talking about. When you feel like somebody disrespected your dead family member, how would you be able to work with that person in the right way? How
Exactly.
would you be able to act in a proper way?
You could almost expect to get robbed or something bad happen to you.
Or let them go. You know what? I didn't treat your family member who passed away the way I should. My apologies. Bless. Let me move on. You move on and I move on. Not no.
Wife, your wife's decision or your decision?
I never let a woman decide anything for me. I don't like that. I don't think. I think I don't have enough respect for them as people. I'm misogynistic. I don't believe that. I understand that some men
Excuse
let
me?
no, you're good. I'm just keeping. I know some men do let women make decisions for them. I don't let it. If I followed a woman's decision, no, I would never. It would be a decision I made myself. It wouldn't be. It might seem like I'm following her decision, but it's my own decision. I came to myself, and it wouldn't even be because she recommended it. Because usually that would mean the opposite of it. Her recommending it would make it be in the opposite. It'd be in the no, I can't do that, pal. Off the bat.
Fellas, is he solo on that? Sig just jumped off. Jim, is he solo on that?
No woman's gonna make a decision for me.
There we got two.
I've gone too far. What I could do is take your suggestion and however way I want to use it, I can use it.
I won't even give me a suggestion. No offense to him and respect to him and respect to you, Gemini.
Now let me
But,
finish, man. You just
but
had to come on, man.
I'm sorry. I just said don't even give me a suggestion. That's why I said no
No,
disrespect.
we obviously we work different.
But yeah, that's
See,
what
I
I'm saying.
respect you enough. I respect you enough to hear you out. That don't
Well,
mean you're gonna take it. Oh, don't look, man. I'm not challenging you. I'm just let me get this
yeah.
right. Thank you, brother. I'm not challenging you. If you are who I want you to be to me, I'm going to take what you have to say. How I use it, I don't have to, but just know that I hear you. Thank you. That's why I got you. That's why you're with me, right? But I am who I am by man. Like I am him. I hear you, but I'm me. And I got far without your suggestion. But I'm with you. So love is love. Respectful. But I'm no. So that's why I agree with you, Mo. No, absolutely not.
V, I heard a little pushback from you. You said, excuse me. What was that about?
Now I was just teasing Derek because he's
No.
misogynistic. He don't have respect for women. And so I was just teasing him, and he's entitled, to path accordingly. But I was just kind of poking fun at him.
Now you
Respect.
good. I got it. I knew.
And,
I ain't mad.
Next question is, what does loyalty mean to you now?
What?
What
can you
does
repeat that?
loyalty what does loyalty mean to you now? Yo, Amp, if you're still in the building, I sent you the link.
Unconditional love. That's what loyalty means to me.
Okay.
Not leaving.
Pretty much. If we both abide by the rules, you know who I am. I know what position you play. You know what position I play. Loyalty. You feel me?
Being there for me no matter what, whether you're angry, happy, sad, whatever. I'm not in. I've seen people, and this is, I guess, this is a bad thing to say like that, but in my mind, I've seen people get abused and stay with a person, like be verbally, physically, and I know for a fact, I'm not putting you through none of that. So if you can stay, with me through whatever thoughts I do have, and
Right.
I can count on you through my thoughts. And you know what I mean, and allow me to even maybe grow past those thoughts. There's things that I've done before I would never do again. I've challenged Mega to a fight. I challenged CEO to a fight. I'm not fighting these guys today. Those are my cousins. I would never do that again. No matter what they piss me off, I'm not. That's not even an option. We're not fighting. Nah, we're good. I'm not going to threaten them because I feel the power of what a threat means and how it feels and how it has a hang on it. And I've done that before. So to me, and that's whether it's a friendship or relationship. So to me, I would say if you can take the force that I still possess, that I maybe hopefully can grow out of, without allowing those to have you leave me in a way that I can't count on you when needed be, and things are not being moved forward because of that, is like, then that's what loyalty means to me, an ability to move forward through all of the pain and not allowing the headaches or the things that go on to stop you from moving forward, us to move forward and what we trying to accomplish.
Totally agree with you, brother. Totally agree with you.
V, what
Couldn't
does
say no
loyalty
better than
mean to you?
myself.
Loyalty to me, one, first, of course, being loyal to oneself is integrity. Because even it's really, for me, is being loyal to my desire to be aligned. And what I mean by that is my ultimate goal is to be aligned. And so that I can always be in connection with divine energy and source energy. And so I'm loyal to that. And I have to have integrity to reach that goal and to maintain it. And so if I'm in a relationship with someone, no matter who it is, and my desire ultimate is to keep my personal integrity intact, I will remain loyal, and so I could keep my integrity. So much to me, and even I'm loyal to people who have not been loyal to me, who talked about me, spread rumors, all kinds of stuff, but I still won't them back to a relationship we once had. Even
You
though the
breaking
friendship
up.
may
You
have
breaking up.
dissolved, whatever. Even if it, I don't know why.
My grandma
Okay,
was
what
saying
about
Satan
now?
because you was hitting it. I was with you, like, yeah, loyal to people. Yeah, I was respected. Next soon as you started getting deeper, that's the Satan. That's what my grandma would say. That's Satan right there.
Cut out.
You clear now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, but there's feedback. Are you on the app or are you on
Okay.
something like a different device?
No, I'm actually using the app.
Thanks. So what's
The app
going
is so
on?
much better.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
You know,
My
and
bad to cut
I have to
your
agree.
wisdom, but then
If I'll go out and come back in.
She was definitely hitting some points, like she said. I think that is another example of
She
loyalty.
was.
Like she said, being loyal to people who are not even loyal to you at some point. Because, like
yeah,
I said, loyalty is
But
can
it's at a default, loyal to a default type shit.
yes and no, because like she said, I don't. There's no default in me not disrespecting you behind your back. There's no default there. It's no dis. It's not. I'm not losing because of that. Because I'm not choosing to be disrespectful. If anything, I'm gaining a higher level of understanding. So I don't have to. I don't have to lower myself to get on the same level as you to put myself in that situation to get to now disrespect you because you thought, nah, I'm loyal enough to not disrespect you and keep it moving. That don't mean I'm going to come wash your car or put gas in it
Right.
either. It just means I'm not
Yeah,
going to do.
there's rules to this shit.
I
Is
don't know.
she talking? She
Now,
coming
yeah,
in?
I,
She
I was trying
talking?
to let her know she can go. I know she's in the building now.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to kill a dead air. You can
yeah,
go,
in the
Venus. I was just
background.
filling up the dead air. That's it.
Testing. Can you all hear me now?
We definitely
Right,
can.
yeah,
Yes, we
you
can.
good.
You
Loud
good?
and clear. We could hear you before. You was loud and clear. It's just like most of you was getting to a good point and then it just cut off.
And what Dirt say? That's the devil. How about
That's
now?
not,
Can you still hear me?
we can hear you perfectly.
Okay. Um, but that's what I was saying. I was saying that to me, that's what loyalty looks like. It's integrity. And it's not just about being loyal to another person within the confines or the parameters of a relationship. It's really your loyalty to your higher power. Um, and that's what I base my loyalty on because that's what's the most important. Not for the sake of like religion, but like when you're aligned, you don't want anybody to f with that. So it's like I'm going to be loyal to that because that gives me a sense of ability to do things beyond um, the everyday uh, grinding per se. That gives me the power to love. That gives me the power to be loyal. That gives me the power to have integrity. It gives me the power to do a lot of things that are just outside of the everyday hustle and grind. And so loyalty goes first to God. I guess I can say that, or your higher power, and in that relationship to maintain that higher power, I will maintain the integrity within the relationship for the sake of loyalty, and I land with that.
Thankfully. Loyalty, what does loyalty mean to me now? Loyalty to me is stability. It is purpose. I would say there's stages of it that I've went through in order to understand my loyalty to myself and others. So I've had unconditional, I've had intellectual, I've had practical, and through those steps, now I'm looking for advocacy. You feel me? So in all of that,
Yeah, I like that one. I
you feel
like
me?
that one.
So in all of it and what I'm learning and what it is now, you have to be you have to have critical scrutiny for others in order to maintain, you feel me, that your integrity as in the whole plan was explained. And you feel me? And it's a tire and it's a connection. You feel me? At the beginning and the end of the day, I would say. Sig, did you hear the question?
What was that, brother?
I was talking to
He,
Sig.
he was asking did he hear the question?
Nah, I didn't. I didn't hear it.
I got you. What does loyalty mean to you now?
Loyalty means to me that I will not accept abuse just because we have a relationship or a rapport. That's what it means to me. If you are loyal to me, then I will be loyal to you. If you are somebody who emotionally, physically, or mentally abuses me on a daily basis, you are somebody that I'm not going to be loyal to. Loyalty to me means me being the most important person in the room. That's what loyalty means to me.
Fuck is that?
Is somebody
Me,
snoring?
it's my bad.
That
Sound
is
like
weird.
somebody motorboating some titties.
Motorboat. That sounds like a bear, grizzly bear. They third dream. Um, respectfully, smooth landing, smooth landing. Love meant sacrifice. Is sacrificing yourself healthy in relationships?
Is sacrificing healthy in relationship?
Is sacrificing yourself healthy in relationships?
Absolutely not.
And why? Test them
No.
depth. Hold on before you jump out the window. Tesla says loyalty loyalty to me means no matter where, no matter what, ride till the wheels fall off, even after. Respectfully. Who's jumping out? My bad.
So you said this loyalty means sacrificing yourself.
Yeah, is sacrificing yourself healthy in relationship
No, it's
scenario?
not. It's not.
No,
It's not.
it's
Never
not.
sacrifice yourself. Never. I'm coming from wisdom, as a woman of wisdom. I, because sacrificing yourself, you can lose yourself. It's like Humpty Dumpty who sat on a wall and had a great fall. Nobody can put him back together again. So if you lose yourself, nobody else is going to be able to put you back together. And a lot of times people will walk away and leave you there all broken apart. And so, and I remember times in my life where I was left alone, and I had to put the pieces of myself together again. And Humpty Dumpty actually was the thing that came to my mind. Like Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Nobody else could put Humpty back together again. So I don't think you should lose yourself. I mean, if you're fortunate enough, you can put yourself back together. But losing yourself could also mean losing your soul, which is your connection to divine, most high. And then what are you going to do if that connection gets severed or gets very, very weak and nobody else is there to help you to do it? It's a dangerous thing to do. And I know growing up in like a Christian mindset, oftentimes, in that particular religious education, you're educated and intellectualized to dignify what it means to be a Christian means to often martyr yourself. I've seen people die, literally die, for just always being the martyr. And I used to be that person. I was on that road, 'cause what I thought it meant to be a good Christian or whatever. And I'm kind of glad I did lose some of myself to a point where I realized that this wasn't healthy. This is not right. There's something not matching up. And that's what I mean. That's why you got to turn that loyalty around and be loyal to yourself. But no, I land my plane. Absolutely not. It's not good to That's my personal experience, to lose yourself or sacrifice yourself. It's not healthy to be a
Respectfully,
martyr. And I land my plane.
Tesla says yes, it is healthy. It can be hard at times, but don't get me wrong, because in a way, it's been a huge challenge for me, but a work in progress. Respectfully, keep putting that work in. And she also says, sacrifice reminds me of what was talked about the other night. Sacrificing as a woman to trust a man that leads. Respectfully. Jump out the window, fellas. Is sacrificing yourself healthy in relationships?
It depends on what are you talking about. First and foremost,
Scenario was love meant sacrifice. So we could, I guess that's the context.
well, what I mean by
Sacrificing yourself. You said sacrificing yourself.
Yeah.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
sacrificing yourself healthy in relationships? Okay.
and I said it depends on what aspect we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like if my partner is down and can't work or do anything, yeah, I put myself at the blade for her to pick up that extra load. That is a sacrifice. When we're talking about just my physical, you feel me? That's a sacrifice. That's me sacrificing my physical in order to make sure the well-being of the household or the relationship is intact. When we're talking about moral compasses and we start talking about character, like, you feel me, going against my character or my moral compass or things that's important to me to sacrifice, as far as the thing that I embody, that's a different situation.
And that's what
That's
I
the
was
unhealthy
highlighting
part.
about. That's the thing I
Yeah,
was highlighting about.
yeah,
That's the
I
unhealthy
know.
part.
Yeah, that's unhealthy, and the only way to truly live is to never die. And when I made that quote up, what I was saying is
Clip it.
if every time something is okay, you need to change this, you need to change this, you need to change this. Every time you change something about you, that part of you dies. You feel me? And then you'll never be you again. So the only
Hmm.
way to truly live is to never die. When we're talking about characteristics, we're talking about morals, we're talking about things that you embody, is different. But if we're talking about other levels of sacrifice, like, I feel like that's healthy. I believe both parties should be practicing certain sacrifices, but don't never lose yourself within the sacrifice.
Respectful.
Ashe.
I've been I
Ashe.
Yeah, that's what I like. I sacrifice on a daily basis. I was just talking to Dirt about that the other day. I haven't really did anything for myself in the materialistic realm. Nigga, I like buying shoes. I like buying polo. I like buying jewelry. I like buying clothes. I haven't did any of that as of yet because we're budgeting, but I have made sure that my kids and my wife, I do little things for them when I can. So that's me, in a way, sacrificing myself for the sanctity or the happiness of the household.
Respectful. Grown man ish. Dirt. Is sacrificing yourself healthy in relationships?
For a woman, yeah, not for a man,
Talk your shit.
Why you say that?
Why?
because sacrifice is part of a submission. If I'm being submissive, that would make sense that I would be making sacrifices to be submissive. So nah, that's just a feminine thing. If you're
Yo,
sacrificing yourself, then
yo.
you're demonstrating feminine behavior. If you're a man, that's not your place.
Yeah, you right, bitch ass nigga. That's what's up.
Oh, my bad. I forgot you said you sacrificed yourself.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. Talk your shit. I don't got nothing to
But
say.
Dirt, aren't you sacrificing something now? To take
No,
care of a little one.
I mean, I guess I'm not
Yeah,
even paying attention. I'm playing the game and doing the podcast.
yeah. Call him out, V.
If this,
Call him
if
out,
this,
V. Cause
I,
niggas, niggas like to talk, V.
you
I know
right?
it's a talk show. Niggas love to talk, V.
Nah, I mean,
I'm
hey,
rocking with V. I'm gonna be yo. I'm rocking with V tonight,
of course,
cat.
of course
Word
you
up.
are.
That's where my
Thank
yo.
you, thank you, thank you, Sid.
That's where my loyalty lie tonight, cat. You jumped on here, immediately tried to call me out,
I
call me
swear to
all type of
God.
females.
I swear
Now
to
you
God, I'm
good,
not thinking.
you good. Now you just a liar. That's all you was.
That
And she
makes sense.
spotted it, and she called you out
Thank you, man.
immediately on that.
Yeah, I'm
Nigga.
sacrificing. I think that's obviously the worst. What you sacrifice is doing something. I think that is what you feel is sacrificial. So I think that it could be different. If you don't like basketball and you're going to the game, you could say that's a sacrifice.
It is.
Yeah,
It is
but
a.
if I
It's a
do,
level of sacrifice.
but if I don't have a problem with basketball and I'm willing to go to the game, to some extent, that's not sacrifice. It's when you're doing something that you have a problem with.
Oh
That's
my
why I
bad.
would be sacrificed. So to say that, oh, you're doing this, ain't that's not, I don't have a problem with it. I'm cool.
I'm gonna just
Nah,
act like I don't know you because me knowing you disrupts all of this conversation. So I'm gonna
I
act
don't
like
give
I
a
don't know
fuck
you,
who you
and I'm
think
gonna
you
let you
know.
get
You
your
don't
shit
know
on.
me.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'm gonna let you rock. You feel me? I'm gonna let you drag your nuts, all of that, and
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna just sit back and I'm gonna go. You know what? I really don't know him. That's what I'm gonna do.
You knew me. You don't know me. You have knew me.
Okay, all right.
Every day is a new me. Every day is a
You
new
right.
me. So you
You right,
knew
because
me.
I do talk. I talk to you every day,
Yeah.
and this is brand spanking new to me. This is brand spanking new to me. So I'm gonna let you live in your light, kid. I don't gotta look. I don't say nothing. I don't know nobody.
respectfully, I agree with Sig. There is part of yourself. I think the word sacrifice, we get hanged up on it, and it's like one of those words that people get scared of. It's like the submission word or some shit like that. But you are sacrificing, and it is like compromising in a way. So there is things in the relationships that you are going to have to give up.
If
Things
you're a
that
woman,
things
yes, I
that will
believe
no
that.
longer support and be good for your relationship that y'all trying to create. You feel
If
me?
you're a woman, that makes sense.
But
Yes,
the
I
question
agree.
was sacrifice yourself. When I
Yeah,
think of self, I think of my spiritual eternal life force.
yeah,
You know, like, compromising to a point where you lose who you are. That's unhealthy.
yeah. That's definitely
Of course
unhealthy.
it is, because you're not who you supposed to be. Or, well, a relationship will make you a new person anyway, just like a child would. A child is gonna make you a mom. So a
Yes.
man with a man is gonna make you a wife. So you're going to be different people through these stages. You dig?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. But you
Yes.
also have to make sure that you never die. The essence of you
Yeah.
doesn't die. That's what the
Respectfully,
Yes.
the
I
Exactly.
dig.
primary part.
Exactly.
We all agree on that.
Yeah,
Yes.
But
that's the
Mo,
part
Dirt
where
don't agree
yeah.
on that.
Well, he does agree with it. He's just in, his drag his dick mode. His brain started back working. He like, oh, niggas had me fucked up. You know what I mean? Yo, let me get back to my misogynistic ways. I feel it. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at you. You know what I mean? Defend that shit. Yeah. Misogyny is alive. As long as my nigga, misogyny is alive, cat. Word up. Miss me with that misandra shit.
Second question is, what sacrifices felt meaningful growing up?
Was
Cut,
this is
cut.
meaningful.
I would say cut in school.
So straight A's, right? Sacrificing straight A's.
Yeah,
That's a sacrifice in itself if you get caught, because that's that
yeah.
ass, Mr. Postman. We come from
I,
ass whoopings.
Yeah, so cut in school was a sacrifice that felt really important to me when I was a kid. If a girl loved me, she better sacrifice and cut school so we could go cut. So we can go hunt with no clothes on because I ain't really even know what to do.
Tesla says sacrificing as a woman who has constantly lived her life in fight, no, in flight or fight, flight or fight mode
You're close.
definitely has to be a hard thing. Because
I thought the Novus was
one
back here.
I struggle with, and because
The
that's
Novus.
one thing I struggle with in my
No,
own
is that
relationship.
North? Is that the North Bar?
Respectfully,
Is that the old North Bar? Shout out to the Novas.
what's at the nose?
The place he's trying to go to is at the Old North Bar. It's at a bar. They got lamb. That's what I just was eating.
Oh, copy. The Ladam Shadops.
Yeah, them shits
So
was
Tesla,
Garlic butter.
is she saying she's living her life constantly in fight?
She says sacrificing as a woman who has constantly lived her life in flight or fight mode definitely has to be a hard thing because it's one of the things that she struggles in her own relationship. Legend in the background. Respectfully. You got rebuttal, not rebuttal, but feedback
I mean,
or
fight or flight. That's like that's living in, it's a very, that's a hard place to be in incessantly, nonstop. You know, they're saying that's one of the causes of why we can create so much illness in our bodies. Because fight or flight, you're not supposed to live in fight or flight nonstop. I know that's stress. That's like a high stress because fight or flight means you're in danger.
respectfully. Well, thanks for watching the show, Tesla. She always locked in, tapped in, always. So pretty sure she always got some good input. Hopefully she
You
can
put
take
it. You
some.
put it a good way, Venus, when you said that somebody being in danger. The problem is people think they're in danger when they're not in danger. Like, what are you in? Like, what does danger mean? Like, I've actually been in danger, so I know when I'm in danger and not in danger. I've actually been in real danger. That's the problem. People ain't really been in danger, so they don't know how to use um flight and look fucking
Fight or
flight,
flight.
fight or flight mode in the right way because they don't even know what that means because they haven't never been in danger. What's the dangerous situation you've been in?
This is true.
I'm not even talking to her personally. I'm talking just in general. Like somebody, if you talk to somebody, like, what you've been in danger, you ask them what danger you been in. They might not be able to tell you. Like I had somebody kick my door in and put a gun to my head. I've been in danger. Because when you really in danger, it might not be no chance to fight or flight. So that's just the joke. It's just people just be willing to give up. That's what it comes down to. That is the easiest thing for people. They rather give up than succeed, and then complain about not succeeding. That's the point. I'll give up before I'll quit this job once I got it, and then wonder why I never became the manager. Because you quit. Or I can't get a job. I don't have a job. I don't have no way to get to work because I don't have no money to get there. Why? Because the job you had, you quit before you got checked and got yourself financially able to go to a job. You quit. So that's what it really is. People that just quit. Quitters. Yeah, it's easy to quit. It's really easy to do that. That's the easiest thing. I'm like working in recovery. You don't know how many people I've seen quit for some of the craziest reasons. It's like, yo, my gerbil died. I'm quitting. What? When did you get a gerbil? You were just living in the street. Well, the gerbil was at my mother's house the whole time, and you didn't care. Now you care so much about this damn gerbil? Shut the fuck up.
They became an animal activist, probably.
Yeah, that fast. I bet so. Bet they fucking did.
Well, that's what it says. Nothing to fear but fear itself.
Yeah, and fear is false expectations appearing real.
But to be in fight or flight is to be from a psychological place. It means to be at a high stress level.
It's definitely a psychological place. I agree to that. It's something to do with psychological. Because I'm telling you, the reason people be in it, I've seen people who be in it and they don't even have like come on, man. Like, are you fucking serious? I moved to North Carolina with my mother and she kicked me out. I should have been in fight or flight mode. I started selling crack. Why didn't I go into fight mode?
You actually did. That is fight or flight mode.
That's what that is.
Yes.
I didn't take. I wish I would have took a flight. Maybe I wouldn't have got locked up.
Fight or fight mode is doing whatever you gotta do for survival.
Yeah,
Yeah.
survival.
I was at my second baby mother's house. I got on the run from parole. I guess I did run because they said go turn yourself in. I said when y'all want to see me. They said Monday. I said I'll be there, and I went away and did something different. I don't know. To me, I think yeah, that to me is just I don't know. I hate buzzwords or people. I think that everybody becomes therapists themselves and then put themselves in these situations and then say it's like that narcissistic. Hey, this person's narcissistic or this person's this. It's like yeah, it's like really I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't.
I mean it's true. There, some that narcissism gets really pushed a lot these days. But there's healing for narcissists too. Like that's what I always like to say. We all need healing, but there is a lot of buzzwords. I agree with you.
Yeah, one person said it on the show they had it and now everybody got it. Like damn. I want to like I'm so happy I don't go to school now because I would think special ed is full because everybody got learning disability. You would be the only person in your class if you don't have special ed because everybody got to learn. Every person I meet with their kid got to learn disability. It's like, damn, how do all these kids? Where the regular kids at? How does everybody ever learn disability? And that's the same thing now. Everybody got mental things. It's like one guy I could talk about because I know he don't watch the show, so I could say it. Well, I ain't gonna say his name anyway. But I met this guy, and he told me he had PTSD and he was in the army. And I was like, one day we were sitting there, just me and him. So I'm like, we sitting there. So I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was about to hear some good stories. I went into this conversation thinking I'm about to hear some gory stories. You know what I mean? Because he has PTSD. So I'm assuming I was like, yeah, it probably was crazy over there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Being in the army, right? Probably crazy, all them nights, people coming through, bombing stuff. You probably had a lot of people you seen who didn't make it. He said, man, I worked in labs. I never was in the field. What the fuck do you have PTSD from then? Are you serious? You was never in
Well,
the
he
field?
probably sent people come in there, arms blown off, all
No, he
type of
didn't
shit
work in
like
the
that.
doctor part of it. Nah, he worked in a part where he never even left the fucking state. He never left the country.
Maybe he was mistreated.
Yeah. Bet he
Have to give
was.
poor
I
brother.
got I got PTSD.
So do I.
Word up.
Well, I think if you black in America, you got PTSD. Period.
But that
You
makes
know.
sense though. I bet if I asked you how you was raised, you could tell me some shit that'd make me go, yeah, that makes sense. That lady got PTSD.
Yeah, just like if people get too close to me, I jump, I get nervous. That's because ever since I can remember, random people, not random, but a person used to just come up to me and just wrestle with me for no reason to the point that I cried and was hurt. So now when somebody gets too close to me, it puts me on alert. And my heart starts beating real fast, like a racing type of situation. Like I'm messed up forever. I can't, and that's probably the reason why I am totally against PTSD. I mean, PDA is because of my PTSD. It's probably because of that. Because every time somebody tries to, hug me or something like that, I feel like I should defend myself. Because when I couldn't defend myself, this person used to just slam me on my neck and on my back and on my arms. So yeah,
Can I
PTSD
ask?
is
Can I
real.
ask a personal question to the
Yes, ma'am.
panel? Who here, as men, did you receive nurturing? Like real nurturing, like from a woman just holding you and letting you know how special you are. Did you ever have anything like that growing up?
No.
Yeah, I did. I was nurtured. I think a little bit too much because I was adopted. So I felt my parents they did a little bit too nurturing due to the fact that they adopted me, so they wanted to just give me the world. You feel me?
That's beautiful.
And so it was I wouldn't say it was too much, but it was enough. it was what every child should get. You dig? So I
That's
got the best of
beautiful.
both worlds. I had 2 dads and 2 moms. Some people don't even have a mom or a dad. So I was, I'm blessed. I had a good life.
That's beautiful.
No, I didn't
Dirk, you
have
said
that.
no, serious.
No, my mother,
What's up,
because
phone?
my mother was. No, I was saying no to y'all. I was saying no because my dad wasn't a part of my life as much as my mother felt like he should be. She felt like she had to play both roles instead of being like she felt like she had to make me tough and be tough to me.
Yeah, I think we talked about that on a
Yeah,
previous
and,
show.
and that's why when you said
Yeah,
that before, it led to that. So no, she didn't do that at at any
yeah.
level really. She
That's
didn't do
deep.
that. I
It's
remember
deep.
one time my leg was in '96, the blizzard of '96. That year I went to school, my leg got broke. And when my leg got broke, I went in the snow. We went outside in the snow. I had a full leg cast on, and I ended up slipping in the snow. You know what I mean? And when I slipped in the snow, I fell because I was on crutches, and it was a snow thing. And my mother said to me, get up. Like she was on me about me getting up. You feel me? Somebody else just was walking by. It was a man too. That's what made it crazy. It was a man, and he was like, "Yo, don't." He helped me up. My mother wouldn't even help me up after I fell. Like he helped me up because he felt like I was, I needed the help. So yeah, that's how bad I was getting.
Wow. I know that sometimes women.
And I don't mean that as an insult to her. I really, like I said, like I'm
Brother,
not
so
bashful to
you ain't
that.
gonna do my auntie Ada like
Ain't no
that, nigga.
beef like
What the
that. It
fuck
ain't no
is
beef. It's just the
No,
reality of the situation.
because I find that what women, having conversations with women, even my own perspective of things, I think sometimes when we have a boy in our care while he's growing up, we often feel that that's going to help him to become stronger. And, and it's actually the opposite that's actually true. It's the more you nurture him, he actually becomes stronger. And the more you exacerbate his masculinity, he becomes weaker, especially from a woman. Like it's better for another man, but from a woman, it's really both. That's why I asked, because when you say you're misogynistic, I was just wondering where was it coming from.
Oh. It's the same reason why people are racist. I'm a man, so I'm always gonna be on the man's side, and that's another thing. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like if you're white, you're gonna like white people. It makes sense. It's not. It's like you can hate white people or like, but it's like I'm a man, so of course I'm gonna believe that men are smarter than women, and essentially the thing is it's already put that we should be in charge. But I have learned now that some men do like to let the women be in control of them. And I get that. And I don't think nothing wrong with that. If they think that's cool with them. I'm just not. It's just not for me.
Carissa Shields and Papoose.
Those some strong words, brother. I'm gonna, okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna like I can't even comment. Men are smarter than women, but okay.
No, I'm just saying. All right, so who's smarter? Who do you think is smarter?
Hold on, let's go to commercial and we come back on that. April 17th, bro.
Tomorrow, April 17th, tomorrow night, we gonna be at the spot. Come through. I'm 34 and a half. I'm your favorite cousin from my auntie uncle you know you had. And I am here for HSA and I am here for Hood Service Announcement. But the reason I want to talk to this man right now is April 17th. At the spot, that's 3325 Keithshire Way in Lexington, Kentucky. Comedy will be going down. In the words of my cousin, oh my God. Did I do it right?
It's oh my God. You know what I mean? That's how you do it. But anyway you say it, any variation, man, it's still all the same, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Listen, it's going down at the spot, man. Me, 34 and a half, man. We doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? Come see these jokes. We telling jokes at a high level, man. If you want to come out and laugh, You want to get some QT points with your girl, you know what I'm saying? You can do two things at once, man. So I expect to see you there, man, if you want to see a high quality show, you dig?
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. I just watched this man's special about like maybe whenever it released, maybe like a month ago, was it? Hilarious. I'm a hater. No, I'm a hater. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a hater.
Yeah.
So, especially when I watch, it's like watching porn when you fuck good. It's hard, sometimes you like, he ain't holding his leg right.
Yeah.
This nigga was holding his leg right.
Tomorrow, April 17th, tap in with my guy.
We gonna be there at the
Live.
spot. 8 o'clock. Come through, man.
Do it ready. What was that question before we went to commercial? Who's smarter, man or women?
Well, that's this is a sidebar topic.
Who is smarter, men or women?
I think
Yes, sidebar, let's
I
go.
think we complement each other.
No, who's smarter? Why don't you try to see what you're doing? You don't want to answer.
No, when it comes to be honest with you, I don't really judge. I love men for why God made men, and I love women for why God made women.
Respectfully.
And I feel that when the two are complementary, we become very, very powerful. And I think men have certain strengths and abilities that's unique to being a man. And I think women do too. I think women tend to be more intelligent. And so and they're meaning they're more intuitive and sensitive. And men are more instinctive. So they tend to be more intellectual. And so there is a difference between intellect and intelligence. And so it's really that thin line of discernment. But I think we're meant to complement each other. We really are. And so when you have a man that compliments you and vice versa, it's not so much like who, as a man who's smarter or as a woman who's smarter. It's basically it's a mutual thing, and I become smarter with the right man, or more intelligent with the right man. And then women, we're always saying that men think with that little head as opposed to the big head.
So would that make women smarter?
Yes, it would make women smart.
That's what I would assume you would say.
Can I speak?
Yes.
Can I speak? Who's smarter, a man or a woman? Again, you have to ask in what area. If you're talking about logically getting from A to B, I think a man is quicker on his feet
Yes, I would
with
agree.
coming up with the right response and the right answer. If you're talking about getting from A to B with a list of instructions and dotting I's and crossing T's, I would feel like a woman is more smarter at that.
And that's why we complement each other.
That's just my personal opinion.
Yes,
But
I
at the end
agree.
of the day, that's what I'm speaking from personal experience of what I know. Parts of. How everybody doing? Peace and blessing. Can't call it. But personal experience. A lot of people thought that being me being and doing it the way I chose to do it, that it wouldn't be successful. But if you tell me, boom, you get from A to B, right? And tell me the most important things that I need to do along the way, those are the things that I'm going to hit. You feel what I'm saying? Oh man, louder, man. I land with that, with it being loud.
Respectfully. Um, I agree with Sig too. I agree with V. It's a complimentary. It's not who's smarter. I think the woman is intellectual, and I think the man is instinct. When you take the man away from his instinct, he's it's naturally already instilled in him, which is his instinct to be. You feel me? The leader, the protector, the smart one, the whatever. However, without that, without the feminine perspective, which would enhance that, it advances it. You feel me? Vice versa. If it was the other way around, they say every man has a behind every good man is a good woman. So yeah, the man is the lead.
I'm
I
not
wouldn't
into
say.
pegging.
I mean, neither.
You're not into cliches. They're cliches for a reason, bro. Cliches for a reason. Those are proverbs.
I would say it's a union that through through what they reflect and mirror off of each other, and the product out of that is what you call smart or doing that. You feel me? Is what they made is what because we look back at the empires. These empires was with a union. It wasn't one that just did these. Some of them, but majority of them, the ones that we marvel at, it was a union. It wasn't just a man doing that, and it wasn't just a woman doing those.
Yeah, we need each other. Even though society's messed it all up and taking things out of divine natural order, but we need each other.
Dirt, take it home.
I would say, I think that if you act, what is the question? You asked me the same question: who's smarter, who's dumber, or
You
do we
said who's
need
the
each?
smartest? We still on that. Who's the
Are we still
smartest,
in
man
that?
or
I'm
woman?
gonna say that. I'm gonna say men are smarter,
And why?
um, because that's just I think that some of your smartness comes from a struggle that a man has to experience that a woman doesn't, because they can most of the time rely on their beauty. They don't have to learn how to have a conversation because they look good. They don't have to talk. You know what I mean? They don't have to have things that are based in theory and brain because they look good. When you look good, you don't have to. It creates less struggle for you, and I think some of your knowledge comes from your struggle.
Pretty privilege wears off. So with or without the talking, oh, you still just sticking man is the smartest one, regardless.
Oh yeah. But I'm just giving you my reason behind it.
Respectfully.
I do think knowledge, like I said, comes from a need, and I think that some of that need comes from something that you don't have as a woman. You don't need to have because, like I said, you could use your pretty privilege to just get away with shit. It's almost like I just watched this guy that said if Beyonce um worked at Burger King, she still could probably get Hov. But if Hov worked at Burger King, he couldn't get Beyonce. Why? Well,
Yeah,
he not.
Chris Rock said that.
Well, why? Why wouldn't he? Because he can't. He was
Because
still
women
having.
are smarter than men.
that's that's
That's
a good
why.
point. That's a
That's
good
why.
point. That's a good point. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a good one.
Question. All right. Love men arguing but staying together. Is conflict normal in love?
I think it's inevitable. Yeah, conflict is inevitable, especially where there's growth involved. Because if each party has their respective responsibility to themselves to and participate in anything that's going to help them grow and become a greater version of themselves. And sometimes your partner, your mate, may not be in alignment with that vision of yourself or the vision that you have for the both of you. And so that's where conflict can come in. And if it's a healthy conflict, like if you know how to, okay, we reached a rock in the road, how are we going to resolve it? We may have a quick fight, hash it out, put everything out on the table, sort it out, and then make peace. So I think conflict, there can be such thing, as I guess as much of a oxymoron, healthy conflict. But as long as it's a part of a growth process, 'cause there's no pain without, what is it? No pain, no gain. So I think conflict is a necessary part. I won't say necessary, but it's inevitable. And
Yeah,
I land the plane with that.
I agree with that.
I got another saying that I also made up. No revolution, no evolution.
Clip it.
It just means that until you guys go head up on things that you strongly believe in, you feel me, and then come up with not a sacrifice, but the other
Compromise.
uh compromise within each other, then you won't grow. Now, if y'all conflicting on the same things all the time and nobody's having an elaborate adult conversation, then you will continue be conflictual within yourself.
Hmm.
So you have to have these debates or these arguments per se in order to grow. Or you're just going to, you feel me, walk around in anger and turmoil because nobody is adult enough to stand up to the plate and say the horrible things and or take the horrible things. I live.
Respectfully. Dirt. Is conflict normal in love?
I think that anytime you have two people, there's going to be some level of confusion, I guess, working through, but not continued. I think early on, but I feel like after there's true submission, there should be no conflict. It should be something that both people agree upon.
You be straight pimping.
Who told you about? Who told you about me?
You telling on yourself, brother.
Is conflict normal in love? Of course it is. People are always not going to be on the same accord. Disagreements, like you said, is inevitable. It's going to happen.
I wanna talk about something else.
Go ahead, Bill.
When you're with somebody for an extensive amount of time, you will have what do they call it? Growing pains.
Hmm.
So that's where the seems like being conflictual all the time. That's why it's tricky. That's why I said if you're having conflicts about the same thing all the time, then that is the issue. But as you grow with this person within your relationship, what was all right when y'all were 5 years together might be different when y'all are 10 years together and kids are getting older and all of these new aspects are coming in. You feel
Hmm.
me? And then when at 10 years might not be good at 15 and then so on and so forth. So you have to come to a head to have a conversation as an adult. You feel me? And as human beings, we're all some way, shape, form stuck in our ways. You understand what I'm saying?
Respectfully.
So a lot of morals and shit. As long as the compromise, as long as that's another thing. As long as you are not the one always having to do the compromising, compromise is beautiful. You feel me? Especially when you could hold the cards in your hand and go, it was an issue when I was doing this and I fell back. Now it's your turn to do something in return for me. You feel me? This is what I
Hmm.
feel is necessary. This is what I feel is right, especially when I have the proper history and information to back up what I am doing. So, but again, until you don't really get into that point until it becomes a conflict because you have two people living their lives separately but together. And the moment it starts hindering the household, that's when these conflictual conversations start to happen. And people start putting their heart on the table to have these conversations. And only after that do you start to build. And you feel me? So conflict is normal, but having conflict on a norm is not. That's not normality.
Yeah, I agree with that. Conflict is normal. It's conflict resolution is what you want. If
All the
you're
time.
always having conflict, that is the stagnant part of your relationship. The resolutions are the band-aids that you're putting on as these pains. You feel me? You're growing. That means you're growing together. You feel me? Getting to these points and like you're saying, addressing things that need to be addressed because if it lingers on, this is the unhealthy part of where people don't like to touch. It gets uncomfortable for them. And understanding love is uncomfortable, relationships are uncomfortable. They are built for the strong. If you sit down with older people or sit down with people who have been together for some time, you feel me? You understand for what it takes to them to get to that point. A lot of people are not built for. So resolutions is the healthy part of the conflict. You feel me? Seek, not I wouldn't say therapy, but seek other couples. You're probably not the first or the only people that's going through it or have went through it. There's other people just like you. You feel me? Reach out, tap in with some people, get another some opinions to see to make sure y'all could to see what resolution y'all could come to and make sure it could be the right one because y'all could pick one that could lead to more conflict, thinking that y'all picking a resolution. I'll land on that. Next question is, what did arguments teach you?
I think they're exhausting. And they can be hurtful. That's what they can be. Sometimes they hurt. The pain is like internal because words go within. They hit your heart, your gut. You're like, oh, you know. So arguments have taught me they're exhausting, and I agree with Sig. If it's constant conflict and arguing, is draining and it's not healthy. But what I'm learning, because I tend to be a person who always tries to keep peace, but I realize sometimes you have to have an argument. Sometimes you have to be real with how you're feeling, and not be afraid. Sometimes when you speak your mind or you have to speak up for yourself, it may be an argument. But long as there is leading towards a resolution or finding some type of mutual respect for one another. So sometimes the argument is about sticking up for yourself, and that's I land a plane with that.
Respectfully. Dirt, sick.
What's the statement again? I
Well,
kind of
it's
think I
on
heard
me.
it.
He can shut the fuck up. It's on me.
So whatever
Ada
I say,
voice.
whatever I say, I already know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to challenge him.
So you gonna
But
disrespect me after I say Ada's voice? You a bitch. Ada's voice. It's on me. Now that's my nigga. Um, coming from somebody who did not know how to talk, let alone argue. Even how I talk now, you can hear a lot of profanity and stuff like that. When somebody said something to me that I didn't like or I objected, instead of learning how to articulate my point so that it went over, I just punch you in your fucking mouth. So arguing taught me how to talk. You feel me? How to make it make sense. Cause a lot of time from the time that I was in younger, because all the way up until 7th grade, I was in high honors classes, all the way up until 7th grade. Only because I take tests and I did homework well. But when it came to like talking and stuff like that, I really didn't know how to talk, how to get my point across to make it understood. So when I got clean and then I started having arguments with several different people, mostly with dirt, and it taught me how to get my point across using facts. And then I started reading a lot too as well. But just the back and forth. And then when I got clean and I started noticing, it wasn't that what I was saying was incorrect. What I was saying was they didn't understand where I was coming from because I didn't break it down enough or walk through enough baby steps. You understand what I'm saying? So arguing taught me how to do that under pressure. And arguing also taught me that submission or compromise doesn't make me a bitch. You feel me? It makes me man enough to know where I'm flawed at and areas where I need to do work at. And I took that into consideration. Listen, you feel me? Every change that I made within my character or in my personal life, don't get it twisted. I rebelled because I am God's perfected character. So you can never say something is wrong with me. I'm going to fight against everything that I believe in. But once I sit down and I reprocess it, I'm like, maybe I can work in that area for the betterment of us or this or whatever the situation is. You understand what I'm telling you? And then I took that same attitude that I would use in that situation and I would use it in other situations. You understand what I'm saying? To the point, somebody who didn't know how to talk or articulate certain things 10 years ago, I have people coming up to me now saying, yo, the way you put that John, the way you broke that John down, it made it so easy for me to understand. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what arguing taught me how to do, how to talk. And believe it or not, how to listen instead of just being angry because somebody said that you did something wrong. Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me where I went wrong at. Tell me the part where you felt like I started slipping. And then I had to pay attention and listen about instead of automatically just jumping. Half of the times you don't even know what you are fighting for because you're not even listening. You just shut the fuck down. Yo, you shouldn't be out here fucking with condoms. Don't tell me I can't fuck with condoms. If I want to catch AIDS, I catch AIDS. That's it. I'm outside. You sound like an idiot because you don't even know what point you are arguing. You just feel like somebody is poking at you instead of listening and hearing exactly what's going on and going, you know what? Maybe I do have an issue there. So if arguing taught me anything, it taught me how to talk and it taught me how to listen and when I should talk and when I should listen. And I land with that.
Respectful. Dirt. What did arguments teach you?
That some people don't know how to communicate without it having to be a conflict. There's a lot of ways to express yourself. It doesn't have to be through an argument. Also, it taught me that people rather state the issue than actually state the solution to the issue. They are more complacent in that right there. And what that means is ability. It also taught me that people love to attack more than they are comfortable in that. It's a comfortability in attacking because now it takes the weight off of them because it's all on you. It's your fault. If you have an issue with somebody, you can address that issue through a conversation. You can also, address. Are you addressing that issue just to point it out and talk bad about that person? Or are you addressing that issue because you have a solution that you want to try to maybe present it with? Or that you're hoping that they can present a solution to it? Like, what's the reasoning behind you even wanting to have this conversation? So it also taught me that people, especially, I guess, women, it seems like, love to have pointless conversations because the point of a conversation you would think would be to get to a solution if we having a disagreement. But no, it's just so I could just tell you what's wrong. It's like I guess the example that he used of you saying that you out here sleeping with girls with no condom. All right, so what's the solution? Are we gonna just go give me some condoms, or the solution is that you think I should never sleep with women at all? Which one is it? So I feel like those things is to me is like those are the things that I've learned from it, that there is no, it doesn't help me grow. If anything, it helps me recede, it helps me push away from the person and continue and make me viewing this person as an enemy. And to me, I think that it taught me that some people don't know the difference between their enemies and their partners. You shouldn't have to argue with your partner. There's nothing wrong with having a disagreement. That's easy, but you should be able to come to a conclusion because you're having a conversation that can be structured, hopefully, that can help each other, get to some type of thing. But that's what I've learned. That
Okay. I just can I say something to Dirt right quick, real quick?
Yeah, Bill.
Boom. A lot of times we call it an argument because one person strongly agrees and the other person disagrees, right? Now we just said what man's strong points are and what makes him smarter than a woman, correct? So as a man, I feel like on me, there is, if somebody's telling you, yo, I feel like this is wrong, as a man, you should step back. You feel me? Hear both points, argue your point, or whatever the case may be, and then you start throwing out some solutions, and then see if it is just somebody wanting to be mad for no reason. If every solution you come with, then yes, that is something that they choose to be mad about. And I have had situations like that when people just want to hold on to the negative. But as a man and as a leader, these are things that we should be doing. Like, yo, boom, I heard your complaints. These are the solutions that I have came up with. One, when I compromise. Two, when you compromise. And three, when we both compromise. Which one do you choose? If they go, fuck that, I don't want to do none of that shit, then that person just wants to live into the negative arena. But as a man, you have to know the strengths and weaknesses of everybody around you, including yourself. And you also have to know what areas you personally need help on and what areas they need to personally need help on. And that's how you create a perfect dynamic within your circumference.
Respectfully.
That's just my opinion. I don't like, you have people who are just automatically negative no matter what the fuck is going on. But sometimes, as a man, it is up to you to come up with the best conflict resolution in store. If you are breaking down and saying, I don't have a problem with it, you the one that have a problem with it. So what's the solution? Then you're being a dickhead. Don't talk to me until you got a fucking solution, but then you say you're the leader. Are
I'd
you
rather
gonna
be a
lead or
dick.
not?
I'd rather be a dickhead than a dick swallower. Kanye.
Okay. Well, power to you, brother. Power to you. Hey, I try to practice other things within my life these days. Now these days,
I'll just quote Kanye. I can't quote Kanye.
I,
And also, I'm
listen.
I'm gonna say to you that I would say there's a difference between an argument and a disagreement. I think
Yeah,
it's the conversation levels. I don't have a problem with a disagreement, and I think there's a lot that can come from it. It's the conversation levels that makes it an argument that make me feel like it's about negativity. It's
I
the
thought
things
I
that
exposed that when I first started talking. When I say strongly disagrees, and then somebody
no,
strongly
it's not just
agrees.
about that. To me, is that's a disagreement. It's the other pieces that make it an argument. The loud voice, the name calling. Those are the things that I'm against.
I've been called a million names. You feel me? And I've called worse because that's just who I am as a person. But I dig what you're saying, though. I was just saying, as far as me, a lot of the times when I be talking to self. I just be putting a name on it.
Yeah, respectfully. And I'm just telling you that, yeah, I'm not
I
against.
don't care. It's not about you.
Okay, you got it.
You just said
You
that. You
said
just
you was
called me.
talking to me.
You want to talk about name calling, all of that? You just called me a dick sucker. You just
I
called
didn't
me
call you a
Kanye.
dick sucker.
Yeah,
I swear
you
to
want to
God,
talk
I
about
didn't.
all of that
I
shit.
didn't call you a dick sucker.
You did.
No,
You
no, I
did.
didn't. I
Yeah,
said
you
I'd
did.
rather be a dickhead than a dick swallower. Kanye. That's all I said. I quoted a song.
Okay, all right. And what did you mean by that?
That I like that verse from Kanye. I
Why?
like
What
that.
was it? What? Hold up. No. See, this is what I'm. See, guys, this is what I've learned in real life. What did you mean? What was the context of it? Why did you think to say that at that current point in time
Because you called
while
me
you
a
were speaking
dickhead.
to?
Because you
What do you know?
called me a dickhead.
Okay, then nigga. If it's true, then I'm not calling you something. I'm pointing out the facts within your character.
Okay, and I'm not saying you
This
were
is
pointed
something
out
you
enough.
have said to me. You said, yes, I know I could be a dickhead. All right, nigga, if you say that, then you can't get mad if I call you a dickhead. Now, I've never woke up and said, you know what? Sometimes I'm just a dick sucker. I've never said that.
Thank you. So that means I might not have been calling you that. Yeah.
You just said that you was.
I never said I was. I said I never
Yes, you
did
did. I
that.
said, why did you call me that? You said, because you called me a dickhead. You literally just said
No, I
that.
did not say that. I said I
Yes, you
quoted the
did.
song. That's what I
I said,
said.
so what was the context of it and why did you say it
Because
towards
I
me?
like that verse. I didn't say it
No, you
about
said
you.
because you called me a dickhead is exactly what you said, sir.
I wish we could rewind it
It's
while we on
recorded.
here.
No, don't worry. It's recorded.
No, in real time, y'all answered, what do arguments teach y'all? And then y'all just had an argument, so y'all just taught the people. What do it teach me? Previous statements of what Sig said, he expressed all my sentiments. What I would like to add and build onto that, veggie bag, is composure. Like he said, I would add composure. Like he said, I can't punch everybody in the fucking face because I don't because that's just my go-to. It's not about
You
really talking or
you
arguing
can,
or
but there's no
anything.
resolution in it.
Overstood. So this is the reason. This is what it's taught me. You feel me? It's
I
taught
feel
me
you.
composure. You dig? And
Mm.
I would wanted to say planning, but I would say psychic ability. Because a lot of the arguments I could have prevented because I knew where it was gonna go. I seen it. I already seen everything happen a lot of the time, and that's
Oh yeah.
just, you feel me. Just
Mm-hmm.
that's just me and my nature. So is definitely advanced that to where immediately certain things like that is just address it. It's all right. The argument is all right. It's the resolution is what, if we can't get to the resolution and that person is not interested in that, then that's how I know to remove myself. You feel me?
Yeah. Respectfully.
Ashe. Yes.
I stray. I don't know what it means. It's just fire. I like it.
It means so mote it be. So let it. It's like an agreement, like if
Oh
it's
yeah.
truth, it's like, yes, I agree with that, and you're giving power to it. Calling the
Okay.
ancestors to put some fuel in that truth.
I stray.
That's a good one.
Facts.
Love meant protecting family secrets. Is protecting family reputation healthy?
Yep. To an extent. It
Hold on, let me get
depends
to a
on.
quick commercial right quick before we jump out.
Yo, son, let me just hear me out right quick. Just hear me out.
Go ahead,
How
jump.
about do the commercial before you pose the question? Because you got everybody fuels running and everything ready to answer the question, and then you go, hold up, wait, commercial. Now
Yeah,
it's not
pay some
even going
bills
to
right
seem
quick so you can
authentic.
have your thoughts. Everybody just,
No,
you feel
that's
me?
raw emotion, son.
Go ahead, Raw.
No, go ahead,
Pause.
go to your commercial. Go ahead.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that
have
was
to
that
say
was
good
crazy.
night, gentlemen.
Good night,
Appreciate you
sweets.
coming through, V.
Love you
Appreciate you,
all.
dude.
Love, bless.
Love, love. Love is love. Blessing, success. Appreciate you. Quick commercial.
Likewise. Appreciate all of you
April,
brothers.
April 17th. April 17th.
I'm 34 and a half. I'm your favorite cousin from my auntie uncle you know you had. And I am here for AJZ and I am here for Hood Service Announcement. But the reason I want to talk to this man right now is April 17th. At the spot that's 3325 Keithshire Way in Lexington, Kentucky. Comedy will be going down. In the words of my cousin, oh my God. Did I do it right?
It's oh my God. You know what I mean? That's how you do it. But anyway you say it, any variation, man, it's still all the same, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Listen, it's going down at the spot, man. Me, 34 and a half, man. We doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? Come see these jokes. We telling jokes at a high level, man. If you want to come out and laugh, you want to get some QT points with your girl, you know what I'm saying? You can do two things at once, man. So I expect to see you there, man, if you want to see a high quality show, you dig?
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. I just watched this man's special about like maybe whenever it released, maybe like a month ago, was it? Hilarious. I'm a hater. No, I'm a hater. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a hater.
Yeah.
So, especially when I watch, it's like watching porn when you fuck good. It's sometimes you like, he ain't holding his leg right.
Yeah.
This nigga was holding his leg right.
That nigga don't give a fuck. April 17th, you already tap in.
Yeah, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, me and Larry Starks, that guy right there, he's famous for the oh my God thing that you probably heard a million places. So please tap in with him. We already got like 20 tickets there, so make sure you get there early so you can have your seat. I'll probably get there around like 7:40.
Go ahead, Sig, jump out the window. Love men protecting family secrets. Is protecting family reputation healthy?
Loud as hell. I ain't want to unmute. It depends on what you are protecting, and it also what the secret is. For real. Like I think a lot of us grew up on protecting secrets, and that's really some of the cause to the generational curses that we go through.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? We were lucky enough that not to have some of that weird ass shit that other people was going through in the hood, but just stuff like that. Yes, you should protect your family's reputation and your family's name, especially if that's how you earn your coin. But again, like anything, it's to a certain level and a certain extent. And I land with that.
Respectfully. Mo, should we protect the family reputation? Is it protecting it healthy?
I think there can be some healthiness that can be obviously included in it. But I feel like, again, I do have to agree with Sid wholeheartedly this time. Who am I protecting this from? You know what I mean? And also, I think that, there's a difference between current things happening and things that happened in the past. That's also different. So I feel like, why am I feeling like I have to, protect this person for something that happened to me in the past or whatever or not? So I just feel like it's all about who you're protecting it from and why. That'd be very relevant.
Type shit.
Should parents sacrifice everything? As your brothers being parents?
Hell
no. Hell no.
That sounds fucking ridiculous. It had to be a nigga without no kids to say some shit like that. No, hell no. First of all, what I'm sacrificing for is different than like kids don't even do enough for you to sacrifice everything. I cannot sacrifice my peace because I done choke one of you little motherfuckers out in here. So I have to take peaceful days. I have to take 2 to 3 hours to get right back on track. These are things that I have to do, not for y'all. You understand what I'm telling you? I can't sacrifice. Come on, that just sounds ridiculous. Shit almost
There
made me mad.
To me, sacrificing too much for your kids is going to leave a level of resentment because
For
I feel
them.
like when you sacrifice too much, it definitely creates a level of expectation a lot of
Word.
times. So you're going to expect your kid to give you them same sacrifices, and there's a chance your kid might not be in that type of person. But then, to some extent, you can't expect it because they're your kid. So it's like you're gonna kind of you're gonna put yourself in a bad situation for what? It's like you don't need to do that. It's a waste of your energy. Don't put all that sacrifice in there. Nah, just get them what the most you can get them. Yes, but don't be putting yourself into complete debt.
No, I had the I'm TJ, not TJ.
You putting yourself in complete debt to prove that you love these kids, and yeah, it's gonna end bad for you because kids is one of them things that's to some extent has no reward or you don't get reward, and it's one of those things that you do that people feel like you're supposed to. And like if I told you I pick my son up every day from school, you're not gonna have a parade for me. You're gonna be like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to pick him up from school. How you gonna get home? You're not thinking about the gas I sacrificed or the time the things I couldn't go to because I had to make sure I was there to get him off. All you're gonna think is that's what you're supposed to do, and that's the reality of life. So a kid is
But
and
even
those are the little things.
but that's
The
still a
word I think is
sacrifice.
the word we get in. Yeah, it's the word that I use for the scenario that we get hooked up on, and it's not some sacrifice. Doesn't have. I think we have the negative connotation of it of from that aspect from hearing it, and then that's how we display what we talk about. But so much sacrifice is not a bad thing. You are fulfilling the expanded version of yourself. You are pouring everything of what made you valuable and stuff that you deem as a role yourself as a good role model into your expanded yourself. You feel me? This is a force that it sustains the world.
Is
So
is it's not the negative notation of it. It's just what sacrifice means. Sacrifice means to do something that on normal circumstances you wouldn't be willing to do. That's what a sacrifice is. So it's not the negative notation of it, is the exact definition of the word. So when you say sacrifice, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm
respectful.
thinking of something that I wouldn't normally do, and I do it for my children. Like Dirt said, as far as wasting the gas to go pick them up, or canceling plans, or constructing my schedule to fit my kids' schedule. That is a sacrifice. Before I had kids, I never had to do that. Anytime was fine. You
And
feel
that's
me?
where the sacrifice comes in because is that the gas for the school. Those are is almost like you said, you have to do that. That is a thing that you have to do, low key. You don't have to, but you have to.
It's not a
The
thing that you have
sacrifice
to
comes
do,
from
especially
before
when you have so many absent parents in the world.
the
So it's not
sacrifice I
something
would
that you
say
have
comes
to do. It's
from
something that you sacrifice to do.
but it's
And
seen
that's
as and that's the thing with parent. Not to cut you off, but I'm saying that's the problem with parenting. It always seems like something you have to do, opposed to
is
something you're doing.
and it's not. You could put the motherfuckers in foster care. And then as a child, that is a childlike thing to think that you have to do it. Actually, I do not. You understand what I'm telling you? I could go drop you off at foster care right now, and all I have to tell them is I'm feeling homicidal and I don't know who that could reflect on. Thank you. Appreciate you. Rob, yeah, I don't have to do it. I am sacrificing for you. I am
well,
sacrificing for your greater good. You being here, you eating my food, you using my electricity. I am sacrificing all of that for you. If it
and
wasn't for
that's what
kids,
I'm saying. What you made of yourself. If you are a person that had achieved some of your dreams, one of your dreams, or any of your dreams in order to model that for your children, for them to pick up. So like Mo said, so they don't feel resentment, because you don't want to work all your life and hand it over to a kid who will be, you feel me, who feels entitled or who feels guilty because of your hard work and your ethic. Now feels, I have to repay my parents back because all their hard earned sweat that they put in. You don't want to get that. So there's things that you've done and did in your life that model, I'm saying, which is the sacrifice. That's the sacrifice. It has
Yeah,
really
but I'm
nothing to
not
do
gonna. I'm
with
not gonna.
the, well,
I hear you.
I would say what I'm explaining is the metaphysical part of the sacrifice.
Yeah, but
What
the metaphysical
parental
part,
to
I'm giving you.
children.
I'm still only giving pieces of it to you. I'm still withholding of it. So that's really just, we're talking about sacrificing information. Yes, I will sacrifice every bit of information that I have to my child
And resources, which you deem
and
valuable,
resources. Yes, I will do that. All of that.
whether it's financial, physically, or spiritually.
Not, I can't sacrifice all my financials because then we wouldn't have nowhere to stay.
I'm not saying sacrifice your
you,
finances.
you you just said that.
I
Yes,
said
I
I said
will.
you're
I do.
sacrificing
Yeah,
whether it's
I
financial
will.
or spiritually. This is
Yeah, I
what
will. I will sacrifice pieces of everything, not all of. See, the sacrifice part isn't the thing that we got hung up on. You
yeah,
said all. Would you
yeah, everything.
sacrifice all? When you say all, that means everything that I have, whether it be all of my emotional, all my financial, all my all. That's the word sacrifice is not the problem that we had. It was all.
It's
I'm not
all.
giving my yo. Listen, I have a hard time giving my all.
You breaking up. Connected to the web.
Okay.
Let's go to the last one then. Love meant unconditional support. Does unconditional truly exist? No. Does unconditional love truly exist?
Yes.
And why?
I felt it. I got it demonstrated on me. My sponsor, like people, he would always tell me I was good, that he loved me, and that showed me that. And yeah, it does exist. I believe it.
Respectfully. Sig, you heard the question. Does unconditional truly love? Does unconditional love truly exist? I would say yes, it does, because I portrayed it myself as in putting a boundary between a loved one where I had to step away from a toxic situation. You feel me? And if you do that out of respect and safety for you and the other, that is the most unconditional love that you could show to one. Not the most, but that is up there on the list. You feel me? Something that you don't wanna, because everybody got this, this light inside. So you don't want to kill one's own divine spark that they got by by them shutting you down. You did.
Respectfully.
Oh, shit, man. Want to do one more commercial? Get this thing. We got two people looking. Maybe they might be out there somewhere close. I'll do his last commercial and then I'll meet you backstage. You hear me?
Respectfully.
April 17th. Hurry up.
April 17th, we're gonna be out here tomorrow. That's tomorrow. It's not any other time. It's tomorrow. We will be with y'all tomorrow, man. We're gonna be having some jokes with y'all. Me, Larry Starks, Tyler Bryant. I'm basically the head. I'm the feature because Larry Starks the headliner, and there's another guy before me. I forget what his name is, but I got 15 to 20 minutes worth of jokes for you guys. So tap in and get ready to laugh. Get ready to get your laugh on.
Yes,
It's
sir.
gonna be funny, and we're gonna do it live too. So if you ain't watching it now, you can watch it then. You can watch it with us and get in tune with us and be tapped in and see what's going on. We got you. So come through and watch it. Watch it live on YouTube, or come watch it live in person. Either way, it's going to be a great show. We got you guys. We happy about that.
I'm 34 and a half. I'm your favorite cousin from my auntie uncle you know you had. And I am here for AJ's and I am here for Hood Service Announcement. But the reason I want to talk to this man right now is April 17th. At the spot that's 3325 Keith Shire Way in Lexington, Kentucky. Comedy will be going down. In the words of my cousin, oh my God. Did I do it right?
It's oh my God. You know what I mean? That's how you do it. But any way you say it, any variation, man, it's still all the same, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Listen, it's going down at the spot, man. Me, 34 and a half, man. We doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? Come see these jokes. We telling jokes at a high level, man. If you want to come out and laugh, you want to get some QT points with your girl, you know what I'm saying? You can do two things at once, man. So I expect to see you there, man, if you want to see a high quality show, you dig?
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. I just watched this man's special about like maybe whenever it released, maybe like a month ago, was it? Hilarious. I'm a hater. Now I'm a hater. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a hater.
Yeah.
So especially when I watch, it's like watching porn when you fuck good. It's sometimes you like he ain't holding his leg right.
Yeah.
This nigga was holding his leg right. At the library, he had to make a noise at the library.
Facts, man. That's what we do, man. We put in work, and the results show for themselves, man. Our resume ain't never been on trial, man. Real deal funny. So you know what I'm saying? The 18th at the spot, y'all pull up. You dig?
Thank you, my God. Bless.
Like that. Supposed to kick something out. Appreciate you all my co-pilots flying out with me, man. Blessing success to y'all. Tonight was a good one, but you know, the night wasn't really about relationships. It was about roots. Because the way you love today is deeply connected to the way you saw and what you didn't see growing up. Some people grew up with affection, so they give it freely. Some people grew up without it, so they don't even know where to start. Some people saw love. That's even when it hurts. So now they confusing. So now it's confusing. During it with commitment. So and some people saw love disappear without explanation. So now they struggle to trust anything that feels too good. But here's the truth. Your childhood may have introduced you to the love, but it doesn't get to define it forever. You get to question it, you get to reshape it, you get to decide what love looks like in your life. Now, just because something felt normal doesn't mean it was healthy. And just because something feels unfamiliar doesn't mean it's wrong. So tonight's question, what did love look like growing up? It's what do you want love to look like moving forward? Because healing is choosing something different on a purpose. Until next time, I know where you came from, but don't be afraid to build something better, something real, something that can finally land the way it's supposed to. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your destination. Please remain seated until you have properly processed. Keep your mind clear until next time.
Land your plane, land your plane, land your plane.